Hi folks, today I'm going to be smoking the Aroma de Cuba Robusto. And what I'm going to start doing is smoking some cigars that were listed in the recent Cigar Aficionado for January-February issue for 2024 or 2025. Um, what I went through is went through the list and I bought most of them. I skipped any of the Cubans and some of the more expensive ones, which in this case I think was one that was Byron, and that one was a little above what I wanted to spend for this. So, but I did get the rest of them. I think I've got all of them. We'll check. But this is the one they listed for the top pick for the Robustos, and it scored a 94. A little bit of background about this one: it's a Connecticut broadleaf, and it has a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan filler. This was originally La Roma de Cuba was originally released in 2003. And I remember when they came out, as I had a cigar store at that time, and I enjoyed them. They got pretty popular pretty quick. And I guess in 2009, then they were reblended by Don Pepin. Um, and I think he's from My Father's Cigars, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, let me get started on this one and see how it goes. That slides off really easy. I'll do a straight cut today. Good draw. I like the wrappers on these. Very nice. A torch. So this should be kind of a fun little experiment. Um, I'm not going to go through the prices and all that. You can see that in the magazine. Almost there. All right. I like it already. Got a good smoke output. A little bit of spice. Is that a hickory? I think that's hickory. I think I'm picking up a little bit of hickory, a little bit of cedar, slight bit of nuttiness. A little hint of like salted butter on the finish. It does have a long finish, but that's what I get from the get-go here. I'm gonna work on this first third, and I'll check back in. Thanks. Hi folks, I'm back. Just about finishing the first third here. Very nice ash, very nice construction, nice even burn. Really enjoying this. This is a good cigar. So some notes here I made on this first third. Um, the spice dropped off pretty quickly. It's still there. It's more of like a red pepper spice. There's just a little bit of it along the way. It's still prevalent. What else we got? So started out, there was still that hickory and salted butter, and then that dropped off. And what else? Yeah, that dropped off, and then it, instead of hickory, it's getting more of like a almost like an oak kind of flavor, and then cedar on the retro, which is interesting. Um, and then On the long finish, there's a little bit of a mustiness to it. But it's a good cigar. I'm enjoying it, like I said. Very nice. It's a little bit of a contrast to the cigar I had earlier today. I had a Bolivar Cofradilla, and that has a little hint of sweetness to it. And I'm not getting much sweetness on this yet. I'm not sure if the ash is going to hang on or not. There's a vein that runs right along there, and that might kind of hold it together. And there's a pretty significant there. And then there's another vein. I think picks up here. So you got this vein, and there's another one here. So it might hold on. I'm not sure. You see a crack though. Yeah, so I'm going to keep working on this, get through the second third here, and I'll check back in. Thanks. All right, I'm back. And then the final third here. A little bit of a wavy burn line. So I was wrong. The veins there aren't holding the ash this time. I got a crack on the first one and ashed it just in time. The second one formed a crack. I didn't notice it, and it ended up falling on me. That's it. This is good. I like it. Give my notes here. So yeah, the second third here has mostly been roasted coffee. It started off just on the finish, and then it kind of built up from there. And then the cedar still prevalent on the retro, but not overpowering. I like it. Good smoke output. See a crack forming there. I'm gonna go ahead and ash it again. Looking good. Let's see here. I do get a little bit of the red pepper still on the finish. It's very slight though. It was gone for a little bit and then came back a little. Um, but it's good. What else? Yeah, that's about it. I am pairing it with some coffee. It's a mix of decaf and Vietnamese coffee. That Vietnamese coffee blend has a little bit of chocolate in it, so it adds a little bit of sweetness, which is nice. That buttery salt or salted butter flavor and hickory and all that is gone. Um, it's good. I like the coffee and cedar mix, and whatever other notes are in there, I can't quite describe. I will say it does seem like the first third and then into the second third was a little bit more complex, and then it all kind of dropped off and seemed more like mainly the coffee and cedar, which I don't mind. It's good. Um, yeah. Yep. There's a few other flavors in there I'm not able to articulate, but I like it. This is a good cigar. I'm going to finish this final third here, and I'll check back in at the end. Thanks. All right, folks, I'm back. A few puffs left here. So overall, I really enjoyed this cigar. It's a rating of 94, just to say that I think is well deserved. My tasting notes here for this last third. Started out with coffee and then cedar on the retro. A little bit of let's see. There was a little bit of florality here a few times. Which is really pleasant. Um, and then some of the oakiness came back just a little bit. The spice started to pick up towards the end here, which is not unusual. Um, and the coffee was turning more into a coffee bean, and then still that cedar on the retro. I think it's been a while since I've had a Aroma de Cuba, just the original. Um, but based on this one, I'd say this is definitely something I could see smoking frequently. I like a larger format, so I'd probably look for the same ring size, which I don't know if I said that. It's 5.2 by 54. So I think something like a Toro would probably be something like a 6 by 54. I'll have to look and see. But I think I would really enjoy that. I'll have to watch for those and see if they pop up on any sales. Yeah, very good. So I think that's all I've got for this video. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.